Whatever happened to the far left's fight for all women? AOC's online.
Oh, God. And then they turn around and do this shit where it's like, oh, so much for the tolerant left.
Spat with Riley Gaines, exposing the double standard. It all began when Gaines said socialists are destroying America from within. AOC then alluding to her fifth place tie with a biological male, Leah Thomas, telling her to channel all of this anger into swimming faster. And Riley isn't backing down.
I want to honestly challenge AOC to a debate. She can defend socialism. I will defend capitalism. Any of the radical, insane democratic policies and platform that they stand for, I will debate the opposite. I'm challenging AOC to it here.
AOC responding to that, get a real job. But Riley Gaines firing back. She's a mom, the best job in the world, on top of her duties as host of the Gaines for Girls podcast on Outkick and Outkick.com contributor and often on Fox News. And she joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning.
It's very good to see you.
So
Quietly retreating back to her little cubby bubby like, I'm a mom. It's the best job there is. Debate me, debate me, debate me. I'm a mom. It's the best job there is. Jennifer Welsh cooked her.
About Riley Gaines as she sits there and has the moral high ground against AOC. When I look at people, if I were to say who's more Christ-like, I would pick AOC and the atheist Jew Bernie Sanders and the Muslim Zoran Mamdani a million times over you, Riley Gaines, because Riley Gaines, all you do is hate on people. You are wound up like a cheap clock over trans people. You show them no grace, no compassion. You defend billionaires. You cheer and celebrate when children are zip tied. And then you have the audacity to get on television and try to lecture people who fight for the people that are suffering, that stand and put their arms around people that need sanctuary. And you try to act like you're better than they are. You're an insufferable twat. Nobody likes you. And no matter what, you will always have been the dumb bitch that tied for fifth place. And the only place that you could get a job is at bottom feeder Fox News, you insufferable twat. Nobody likes you except for the other fake Christians that enjoy in their spare time watching children get zip tied and then sit there and justify it while they read the Bible with their hideous crucifixes around their necks. So,
oh my God. Oh my God. What did she say? Look at her response. They say these things about me merely because I said men are not women. That's it. If you share that belief, they think the same about you. Such harsh words praying for these women. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. She smoked on her. Oh, amazing. It's hard to get back from that to this, you know?
good to see you. Let's break this down. You just disagree with her being a socialist. That's all. You disagree with her politics. And she starts these low blows. She starts with you finishing 5th in the national championship among D1 swimmers. And Brian gave me some stats earlier. He said only 14% of college students play sports at the college level. 5% play D1, and only 1%, Riley, finish in the top 5. So I wish almost you hadn't challenged her to a debate. I wish you had challenged her to the 200-yard freestyle or the 200-yard butterfly, because you would win in a debate and you would kick her tail if you had to swim against her.
Yeah, man, Ainsley, I just cannot understand this line of argument that the Democratic Party is using. It doesn't matter if I finish 1st, 5th in the nation or 55th, okay? The problem is not me. The problem is not my athleticism or my swimming ability.
Kind of feels like that hurt, huh? I love that this is actually what really pisses her off. That she sucks. And she's a constant complainer.
The problem is that we had a 6'4", less than mediocre man in the pool with us. And it's not just me who thinks that. It's not just the Republican Party that thinks that either. Every Gallup poll shows even 60 to 70% of her own party, the Democratic Party, agrees that it's wrong to put men and women's sports. So why in the world does AOC and other Democratic leaders, why do they continue to double down?
It's because there were 4 cis women that beat your ass, loser. And the 6th place person didn't make it her life's mission to endlessly complain. They went back to the drawing board. I don't think Republicans will ever understand that the reason why people despise them is because they're just endless, perpetual victims, endless complainers, constantly just like, oh my God, it wasn't my fault. It was everybody else. It was everybody else all the time, dude. Jesus Christ. It is unbearable. It is unbearable, dude. The beauty of athletic competition is some people win, some people lose. But you know what nobody likes? A complainer, okay? Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes this shit. And the only reason why you can tie yourself to any sort of national relevance is by constantly dunking on trans people. You're a sore loser. No matter what you do, you will never be known as anything but a person who lost that goddamn swim competition, okay? Your claim to fame will always be that you lost. The other issue is we have a cultural environment where we foster these losers. She could have been a perfectly happy person, excited the prospect that she got close to the prize, got 5th place, and then just moved on with her life like the 6th place person did. Now she has this media career that is obviously going to go away as time passes, and she will forever be unhappy
on this issue. For the life of me, I cannot understand it. I think AOC sees that it does well on social platforms like X or whatever the other platform is, but it does not do well in the real world. And I think they will continue to learn that in 2026 and beyond.
Well, we have Tommy Tuberville. He weighed in on this. I know he's been a big supporter of yours. Just talking about.
Actually, that's not true. Like, sure, when you ask people if they think trans women should compete among cis women, yeah, that's a broadly unpopular position. That can change, but it doesn't matter. But if you were to match that up against someone being a perpetual complainer and a sore loser, I'm willing to bet Americans hate sore losers even more than that. Because that's just a universal thing that people despise. It's like, come on, get over it, man. Get over it.
How the left, their mantra is to support all women. And if you look back at Hillary Clinton in her 2016 presidential campaign, she said there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other. Tommy Tuberville said she's talking about you, a 5-time SEC champ, 12-time NCAA All-American, not to mention she's a patriot who has fought every day for women's girls. Meanwhile, AOC thinks women's rights just means abortion. Even Riley, the Democratic Women's Caucus, I looked up their policies. Their policy agenda frames female solidarity as the foundation for achieving goals. We can disagree on politics, but why these low blows?
Yeah, again, that's the question.
Why these low blows? Republicans will literally talk about how AOC is a dumb bimbo that needs to be in prison or whatever. And then the moment that she fires back a fraction of the animosity that she receives on a daily basis, and they're like, how could you do this to me? Like, shut the up. Who is this for, man? Jesus Christ, wake up. Get over yourselves. Holy
And it's not something you're seeing from the Republican Party. I will never forget, I went to the State of the Union, or I guess the joint address to Congress that President Trump gave earlier this year. And it was right after the Senate heard a vote on keeping men out of women's sports, where, of course, every single Democratic senator, men and women, voted in opposition of protecting girls in sports. But it was the most remarkable thing, because I walked in to that hall and I see all of the Democratic senators, all of the women wearing pink to show how they stand with women, to show how they are the party of and for women, when just the day before they voted against our rights to equal opportunity. They voted against our rights to safety in our sports. They voted against our rights to privacy in areas of undressing. They are virtue signaling that's exactly what it is. It's virtue signaling at its finest.
Yep. So, Riley, Turning Point USA tonight's going to be huge. It's going to be at Ole Miss, and Erica Kirk's going to be speaking, as well as our vice president, J.D. Vance. I know you've been very involved with Turning Point. Talk about the moment, what this means for our country.
How tragic, of course, the situation and the circumstances that ultimately led us here. But I will tell you, Ainsley, I feel so hopeful. I feel so inspired. We have seen so.
It's so washed. Apparently, they have to potentially cancel the Super Bowl halftime show because there wasn't enough interest. Such a sad, pathetic state of affairs.